He's real.
You want burgers, hot dogs, some chicken, and ribs. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Night of the Horror File.
Lore of the campfire, telling of his horror, lost in the woods with the madman and stars. Don't laugh at the tale, heed if you call him. The legend lives me where the madman mauls. Take it.
No.
Oh, God damn it.
I took my headphone off because that was really fucking loud. I'm sorry, listeners.
Oh my fucking God. But you gotta admit, that fucking theme song, holy shit. Holy shit. Jason never got a theme song that slaps this fucking hard.
Because that's the only thing they had budget for.
Is that no kidding?
And it shows.
Is that what the kids are saying now? It slaps. Does this slap?
Yes.
Is this what it's called?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like we need a young person expert on the show to fucking
Am I
tell
a
me the
young
things.
person expert?
You're more in tune with them. I'm more in tune with the 80-year-old men.
That sounds weird.
I feel like an old, angry man half the time.
You are.
Oh, true. I'm only 35. Well, 34. 35 in a month. God damn.
Are you
Damn,
Madman
I'm old.
Mars?
I am. I might as well be. That sounds like the life, doesn't it? Just living in the woods, killing little
Sure.
teenagers that piss you off.
Sure.
Looking like Larry the Cable Guy went on a bender. That's kind of what it looks like.
Anyway.
So welcome to Night of the Horror File, a horror movie and genre film podcast where we take a horror movie and genre film and show it to my beautiful wife, Brittany, who then gives us her input, and we figure out if a person on the outside of the horror fandom can enjoy these things.
Oh. I have
Oh.
opinions.
You enjoyed last week's episode on Terrifier, and you did not enjoy Chud, which was the prior weeks before Terrifier.
Yeah.
So we're continuing into slasher territory, which seems to be Brittany's bread and butter, with a lesser known maybe like 10 years ago, a lesser known classic. One I think that it kind of remained hidden until Joe Bob showed it on the last drive-in on Shudder.
Oh, okay.
So if you want, better info delivered at a better way, go watch that episode.
Quality.
Better quality. Go watch that episode. But today's movie is it's a familiar premise. Teens in a camp get picked off one by one by a maniac. But what sets this one apart is what inspired it. Back in 1979, Joe Giannone. I'm going to mispronounce that, you guys, and I'm sorry. But Joe Giannone and Gary Sayles set out to make a horror movie because of the success of low-budget horror during the day. Like I said, it's so easy. It's not to disparage anybody who's having a rough time making their own horror movie, but typically people start out in horror just because it's so easy to get up off the ground. It turns a profit.
Mm-hmm.
Half the time these things turn a pretty good profit for you, and it gets your name out there. So anyway, they set out to make a horror movie. Sayles reached back in his childhood to an urban legend of the Cropsey Maniac. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Cropsey legend, it was an urban legend from Staten Island, New York through the 1970s and 1980s. A lot of kids kind of disappeared during that time, and it was said that Cropsey had got them, the man out in a wild man out in the woods murdering kids. It's a really interesting documentary came out about this titled Cropsey, and that exists, and it's awesome. And honestly, it kind of maybe says that legend was based on a real person because someone was caught in the woods murdering children. So,
Well, I mean, children didn't just go missing.
well, I don't know, man. The 80s, everybody was going missing.
Because people were killing them,
Oh,
not
true,
just
true. Yeah.
not just legends out there.
Good point.
It wasn't just something like Bigfoot out in the
Right.
woods.
But yeah, so I mean, that's really interesting documentary, by the way. So go check that out. But Giannone and Sayles, God, I know I'm saying that name wrong.
I don't know.
Should we look up a pronunciation right here on the
I
air?
was thinking about that.
Will you
Hold
look
on.
that up so I
Spell
don't
it for me.
embarrass myself anymore? Him and Sayles set out with the working title Madman, The Legend Lives, and they attempted to find investors, which wasn't successful until producer Sam Marion stepped in, and by 1980, there was enough money to start shooting what we have today. Now, there was a little problem at the time. Noted sexual monster Harvey Weinstein's film The Burning was on its way, and it too featured a Cropsey legend.
Dun.
Now, yeah. Now, not the worst thing Harvey Weinstein's ever thrown onto the earth, but but this led. Did you find a pronunciation here?
Yes.
Let's pronounce this man's name correctly, shall we?
Pronouncenames.com.
Oh God, we're not getting paid by them.
Giannone.
Okay, see, that sounds so much better.
Giannone. It's
That sounds
Italian.
better. Yeah, Giannone. All right, I'm sorry. You
Oh
guys.
my God, you added the Oklahoma accent.
Oh, well, I'm Oklahoman. How can I not?
Oklahoman.
Um,
Giannone.
So I apologize, but so anyway, this led Giannone to halt production and do some rewrites to their story. Cropsey was changed to Badman Mars, and with the Frank Sinatra tour, The Legend Lives, going strong, they had to drop that part of the title too. So it was just shortened to Madman. So, with funding going and a clear title, filming began in November of 1980 around Southampton Island, Long Island. Around this time, the leaves were actually turning brown because this was fall, and this movie has a summer setting, so that required a bit of workaround. So the crew had to continuously paint brown leaves green to keep the summer feel going.
Oh, because that sounds healthy.
You can literally, especially on these Blu-ray versions of this movie, you can literally see the paint on these leaves drying. I don't know. I really appreciate the low budget of this movie. And we'll talk at the end of the show, but surprisingly, they pulled it off.
We will talk.
We will talk
through
about
this whole show.
Yes. So with all that in mind, let's dive into 1981's Cropsey. Just kidding. 1981's Madman.
I was like, wait, what?
I got you there.
So it all started during a campfire at North Sea Cottages. And I kicked Leigh into the fire, and then I ate his burning flesh.
Ooh, scary. Ew. We've really been talking about cannibals around here with the movie I'm writing.
Yes.
The Oak Inferno coming soon.
No, that's not what it's called.
We're fighting over the title. Now, I mentioned The Burning earlier. And out of the two movies, by the way, we covered The Burning on a previous episode, so go back and listen to that. But out of the two, I actually like this one better. I feel I don't know, The Burning is great and the effects are awesome, but it's kind of boring.
Have you seen this movie?
I don't find this boring. I find this really fun. This is a fun slasher. You didn't have, well, we'll talk about it at the end, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised. You being the slasher queen over here. I figured this would be right up your alley. But this is more of a movie that's built for communal viewing, I will say. By yourself, it's fun. If you're a fan of this movie, it's fun to watch this. But with a bunch of people, this is a party movie. This is a good time to gather some friends around, pop some brewskis, maybe down a few bottles of water, tall glasses of water. I mean, smoke weed is what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay.
Smoke weed. Yeah, some weed, some fucking beers.
See, maybe that's what makes it better. Being impaired makes this movie better. I didn't think of it that way.
Oh, Jesus. Boy, did I ever tell you about watching Leprechaun in the Hood when I was high off my ass?
You've told me. I don't know if you told the
Well,
listeners.
that was my first experience with how weed can make everything better. Was watching Leprechaun in the Hood when I was high out of my mind. And I was watching this movie. And everybody around me was laughing. And I was like, no, man, do you guys not get it? This is a deep fucking commentary on life in the urban areas. This is hardcore. It's like one of my friends the leprechaun just said, a friend with weed is a friend indeed. And then he smoked a joint. A leprechaun smoked a joint. I'm like, yes, it's deep. It's deep meanings.
Is it? Is it really?
Well, high out of your mind, the leprechaun in the hood is like is Citizen Kane. Like, you'll be seeing all these camera angles and all sorts of shit. But anyway.
Oh my God.
Anyway, let's get to the movie we're talking about today.
So I'm going to start over. Anyway, it all started during a campfire at North Sea Cottages, which is a special retreat for gifted children, is what it said.
Yeah. Now, this place that they're filming at was a real, I think it was a real...
Just going to interrupt me.
Yes, I am. I think it was a real hotel or something, like cabins and stuff. And they had to actually pay to rent this out since it was kind of still during the season.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think it was $18 a head or something at the time.
Right. So campers and counselors are sitting around a fire. By the way, I'm going to start this off. There's only 5 campers, and they mention that. But maybe it's because it's for gifted children. I don't know.
Well, we had a theory about this, and I'm pretty sure these people are setting out to have an orgy.
We'll talk about that.
We will talk. We will get to it.
So one of the dudes is walking around singing, being weird. But then the older man named Max, he tells a story of a man named Madman Mars, who murdered his wife and children with an axe. He was
the amount of eye rollage I'm getting already. Did you notice this guy's hair? Holy shit! I thought this guy was going to turn into a werewolf. He was.
What the hell?
I don't know. He's creepy in himself.
Anyway, I want to punch you. So this man was set to hang before he mysteriously broke free and escaping into the woods. Max explains that anyone that says his name will awaken him and he will attack that person. And then Richie starts yelling it, and Max tries to cancel this call. He's like, no, never mind.
Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
It's fine. And actually, I don't know why I didn't put this in here, but he said they will attack that person and cut off their head.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, everybody's getting their head cut off.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry. Because Madman Mars is just sticking heads everywhere.
There's not a lot of it, but there's 4 people.
There's 4 people. I don't know, man. I'm just still stuck on this orgy. But so to cast this thing, an advertisement was put in the magazine Backstage, in which, if you aren't familiar, it's a magazine aimed at people who work in the film and performing arts industry. I believe it's still going strong today. Paul Ehlers got the role of Madman Mars. Now, Paul had trained in martial arts, which helped him get cast, even though I feel like you could have just got a big burly redneck to do the same stuff we see in this movie.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree.
Because I've read it everywhere that but him being a martial artist really helped with the role. I was like, really? Because Madman Mars is a big lumbering, redneck looking dude. I don't think he's not. Did we miss any flips?
He jumped once.
Did he? Oh, yeah,
but all he did was jump from the top of the truck to the other top of the truck.
That's true. And he's in a tree at one point, which, by the way, the slipper things he wore that are his feet, those apparently were super slippery, and he almost died doing that shit.
No. That's terrible. They were huge too. They were clown feet.
I know. But for this Max guy, with the crazy hair, they wanted to get Vincent Price. They were dreaming big, but this is a non-union movie, which we've talked about union movies, non-union movies, and they were scared he would turn it down, which I'm pretty sure it wouldn't just be because of the union movie that Vincent Price would turn down your slasher film. But the biggest of the cast we have here is Gaylen Ross, who plays Betsy. Now, Ross, of course, had recently played Francine in George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
I knew I've seen her somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she played Francine in that movie. So that was kind of a big get for them there. And I got to say, she's probably the best actress of the whole cast here. We're doing our best. We'll discuss Richie in a minute.
Oh, my God. I don't know about this movie. Anyway. So Betsy is annoyed that TP scared the kids, so she refuses to meet with him later to go fuck. I'd like to put it bluntly, okay?
I mean, all in all, that's what you're going out to do. I mean, you gotta applaud this movie's simplicity for just having the formula already. Even though it's 1981, they got this formula down already, man. You get horny teenagers to the woods, they're wanting to fuck. Madman gets them. That's
Yep, exactly.
simple. It's a tried and true formula that we still practice today.
Right. Oh, so TP kind of takes his anger out on Richie, which is one of the campers. And this is back in the day when you could hit kids, especially the ones that weren't yours.
Boy, don't you just want to hit some of these precocious little fucks sometimes?
I
Man,
do.
some of these horror movies, some of those kids need to get beat.
I agree.
Good Lord.
Even though we don't beat our children or other people's children, sometimes.
Bob, House by the Cemetery, I'm looking at you, motherfucker. Dude, need to get punched in the head.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm talking about beating kids.
This is going well.
I'm getting a flag. I'm getting a flag right now.
So the guys go to leave, and Richie goes into the woods because he thinks he sees something in the trees. He ends up finding an old house, and he just goes inside and like not questioning it, just fucking, I'm going in here.
I feel like Richie is our link to link all this shit together. I feel like if we didn't have a Richie, we couldn't get Madman Mars going after it. We needed something.
I guess so.
And I guess Richie is the thread, which, my God, what a useless character.
Yes.
Richie gets lost this entire movie.
Oh my God, yes. So he's walking around the house, and then we see that Madman Mars is in there with him. And he has long nails, and he ends up putting out a candle with his hand because he's a badass.
Well, when you watch this and then you watch like Hatchet, which came out in the early aughts, like it is cool to see like how much of these kind of movies influence later filmmakers and stuff like that, especially this one, because 1981, I think we just had Friday the 13th, part 1. Mm-hmm. I don't think we yet had Jason just yet. Did we have Jason? Because Friday the 13th, part 2 is our first introduction to Jason, which came out like the same year. So like there was we were kind of obsessed with big old mountain men, for a little bit of time, even The Burning, even though it's like a fucking like caretaker, like it's still like a big old burly mountain man.
Right.
Like, I wonder like if cause you don't get this much anymore. Besides like Hatchet and stuff, we don't get a lot of slashers with big old burly mountain men. Like the slashers we get now are like, Scream. Everybody's real nimble and agile. Even though I swear to God, Ghostface is the most bumbling fuck of all the slashers, dude. He falls so fucking much.
Really?
Yeah, in all the movies he's falling. I don't
remember him falling in Scream.
Oh yeah, he has a hard time.
The first one, I mean.
Like if you really notice, like he's missing people with a knife and fucking they're running around.
That's because it is who it is.
Ghostface needs the most, I think, the most fucking training. You got to have some cardio when you're a Ghostface. I feel like you got to be in shape. There's no fat Ghostfaces.
That's true.
Whereas Madman Mars, he a big old fat dude.
Yeah, just an old fat man.
This is fucking Larry the Cable Guy gone wrong, like in the fucking woods, man. That's if I remade Madman today, that's who I'd cast, just as a fun thing. Could you imagine that? Just Larry the Cable Guy popping out.
Oh my God! Are there more
Larry
of these?
The Cable Guy? No, surprisingly, Madman has not had a sequel.
Surprisingly,
surprisingly for when we talk about how much this movie made. I know Brittany got depressed when I told her the figures, and we'll talk about it later.
I don't understand.
But no, man, you could have Larry the Cable Guy play this. He's not doing. What's Dan Whitney doing? He's not doing shit anymore.
Is that his name?
Yeah, that's his real name. He doesn't talk like that either. He talks like a normal guy.
I know he doesn't talk like that. I know that.
You're like, I know he's not actually a bumblefuck in fucking real life. But that'd be great though. Could you imagine the levity that would bring? Just fucking the kids wondering, I think I hear Madman Mars. Hey, cool.
Anyway.
That's funny right there. Just hang somebody,
Oh my God.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
That's horrible.
Hey, I'm chopping your head off.
How's that feel? Anyway, sorry. I can't add to this.
Hey, cool.
I cannot add to your chaos. Anyway.
You just got Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh my God. So the girls are in the cabin gossiping about boys. The guys are being guys and trying to pull axes out of stumps for money. And then a drunk chef Sorry. The chef is a drunk guy, and his name is Dippy.
Are you?
And I want to know if that's his name
I fucking love
or
it.
he got this nickname because I want to know what he's dipping in what.
He's Dippy? Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you?
Well, then Madman Mars does us all a favor here. We're
'Cause
killing Dippy.
Because he gets his throat slashed by Madman Mars.
Hey, cool.
Oh my God.
I can see your neck bone.
Oh my God. What the fuck? God. So this is our first kill.
Beware the Madman, Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah.
You could spray
you
this
could have-
Febreze in your
This
eyeball.
fucking writes itself, man. You could have Larry the Cable Guy in the woods hunting off all the blue collar people. Like, this shit would be great.
Oh
That's a fucking Oscar right there. Have
Oh
fucking
my
Jeff
God.
Foxworthy running around.
Is he
If
helping him?
you cut somebody's head off with an axe, you might be
a
redneck. It writes itself. Shit's perfect. But yeah, this motherfucker's name's Dippy.
I want to know what he's dipping in what. Because I'm not thinking it's his chicken in his sauce.
Ew, his chicken in his sauce. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. If you are named Dippy,
Oh
you just might be redneck. I'm sorry. That's
You're
a redneck.
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
I think that's spot on. I think shitty Jeff Foxworthy is spot on with that one. So the special effects for this movie, okay, let's just face it, they're nothing to write home about, but for the most part, they're really good. I think they're fine.
They're really good. They're fine.
They cut away a lot, like from a lot of stuff because of just how not okay it looks. It's not,
Or they just didn't have the money to
working
even
on the
do
cheap.
it.
They're working on the cheap. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I think it's fine. It works for what it does. Now, the prosthetics were late to the set, so they had to rethink how much they showed of Madman Mars here at the beginning, which is why you don't get too many good looks at him until like halfway through the film.
Right.
I don't know if you noticed that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but Paul, who plays Mars, his son was born during filming, so he had to like exit filming at one point to go to the hospital because his wife was going into labor. So imagine Madman Mars in the middle of the emergency room.
Oh my God.
Because he had his costume on, he had the blood and everything.
I don't have time to change. Couldn't have changed in the car.
Yeah, they're like, did this Bigfoot looking motherfucker have a kid here? What the hell?
They probably had to explain things.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I'm imagining because, like, okay, so this is the movie I'm doing is going to be probably lower budget than this because this had $350,000 behind it. I'll be lucky if I have $5,000, but I imagine all the fucking stories I'm going to have to tell. Like, it's going to be an adventure.
Well, we ain't have no more kids, so not one
That's
of those
true.
stories.
I wonder if I could get Larry the Cable Guy, call him up to get him in my movie. I wonder how much he'd go for. Maybe we could do an Indiegogo to get Larry the Cable Guy to play a main bad guy in my fucking movie. Hey, cool, meeting your asshole. It's Cannibal Movie, if anybody was wondering.
I'm thinking no.
Jeff Foxworthy, he appears in fucking commercials for, fucking Golden Corral. How much could he possibly cost at this point?
A lot.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm going to call up. I wonder if can you call up Jeff Foxworthy?
Probably not.
Oh, you're probably right. He's too busy with the fifth graders or whatever the shit that is.
The fifth graders. Do they still do that show?
I don't know. Maybe.
My question always was, is Jeff Foxworthy smarter than a fifth grader?
We're not going to talk about that.
Anyway.
Okay.
So the counselors have a meeting to round out the end of summer. Their director, Max, says that he'll stop scaring the little kids per Betsy's request.
Mm-hmm.
And then TP gives an apology for them hearing him and Betsy argue a little earlier.
TP.
Did it really matter that
I don't
they
know.
were arguing?
There's 5 kids here. Is it
There's
really
5
fucking
kids, and
is it
there's
really
like
a thing?
okay, there's Betsy, TP, the mousy lady, and the guy that she was fucking.
Mhm.
How many other counselors? There's like
There's not.
there's like 2 more counselors.
Yeah, there's too many counselors per kid here.
6. There's like 6 counselors.
When you really look at it, it doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's why I'm saying this is a fuck party. Like Madman Mars interrupts a fuck party, making Madman Mars possibly on par with Jason with his cock blocking. Now, Jason had more sequels, granted.
Right.
But Madman Mars is pretty good at cock blocking because he got the orgy before it even got started.
He didn't even let it happen.
He's got this.
Anyway, so then we get this really long undressing scene, and TP and Betsy get into the hot tub and make out. And of course, Mars is watching them.
I feel like somebody was like, oh man, can we use this hot tub for anything? It's like, well, what are we going to film there? Well, we can't film Madman Mars in it or anything like that.
Just Madman Mars with a cigar.
Yeah, just
That's what I imagined with his clown feet, like propped up on the side, like.
Oh yeah, you know, there's much more to life than killing.
This is what I came here for.
I mean, in my Madman Mars remake with Larry the Cable Guy, we would definitely have that. A shirtless Larry. That might be a little much.
But we did get boobs in this movie.
Larry's boobs?
No. We got Betsy's boobs.
We do. We get some tits in this. Is this the first tits we've gotten this month? No. Well, we got the tits in Terrifier, but those are not the tits you really wanted. Like it's not good time tits. We get
not good time.
No,
tits.
that was not a good time nude scene. You think it's gonna be, at first, because you're like, ooh, naked lady, and then you're like, oh, naked lady,
dead naked,
dead naked lady. But we got some nice quality time with some 80s boobs here.
Not quality time. It was 4 seconds.
That's enough. That's enough. I feel like we've been going through a titless fucking time.
Or
We've
we
not
just
had a lot of
haven't
tits.
pointed it out.
Maybe no, because I'm trying to think of one nude scene we had last month. Really nothing. We did all the 2021 movies. There's a lot of we don't get a lot of nude scenes in movies much anymore. You're not getting a ton. I know that probably makes me sound misogynistic at all, but I mean any nude scenes at all.
You're talking anything naked.
Yeah, because it's kind of refreshing to go back to these 80s movies because you're just getting shower scenes sometimes for no good fucking reason.
Right.
Just
See, they didn't need to be naked in this hot tub.
Yeah, did we need a naked hot tub scene? No, it doesn't do anything more for the story or anything like that, but it's just nice to be there. It's nice. I think a lot of people would agree with me. I think a nice nude scene deployed. It's gotten to the point where now you watch a slasher movie, and if a nude scene pops up, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Is this the uncut version? What am I watching? This is crazy.
Oh, sorry. So Richie's trying to find his way back to camp, and he's lost in the woods.
This motherfucker, Richie stays lost. Let's just cut to the when there's no spoilers. Richie never finds his way out of the forest until the very end of this fucking movie.
Right. And it just cuts to him every once in a while, trying to figure out what's going on.
There is one cut that still kind of confuses me because it cuts from Madman Mars dragging somebody's body, right? You see the legs dragging, and then it cuts to Richie bent over. So the way they cut it, and I'm watching the Blu-ray from I believe this is the Anchor Blu-ray, and Arrow. This is the Arrow Blu-ray, not Anchor Bay. I'm sorry. But you watch this and the way it cuts from that body dragging, the legs dragging across the ground to Richie bent over, it makes it look like Richie killed somebody. So every time I'm like, Richie did it. Richie's killing. I'm like, oh wait, no, Madman Mars actually exists.
Right. So some of the counselors are about to have an orgy, but instead, I'm just kidding. They're not having an orgy.
I still think they're getting ready for this orgy.
Yeah. But instead, one of them, Dave, pulls out a knife and he starts talking about how you never really know what another person is thinking and that he could chop off all of their heads and shit. But he's just doing this to scare them.
I'm sorry, not a funny joke. Not a funny joke. We're in the middle of the woods. We're going to have a fuck party. And here you are talking about chopping us all up. And hey, how do you really know someone?
But it's just a joke.
It's just a joke. Let me put my knife away. Why do you have a knife? Why do you have a knife, Dave? The fuck's the knife for, Dave?
We weren't doing knife tricks earlier,
I
Dave.
know, right? And this would be an opportune moment to have one of the blue collar comedy guys in this cast, you know? Just it cuts to fucking Ron White on the couch. Just drunk off his fucking ass. He's not. Ron White would have no lines either. Like if you guys remember,
He'd just be sitting
he's
there.
just drunk. That's pretty fucked up, Dave. Ever tell you about the time I got called tater salad?
Oh my God.
I tell everybody about 1 million fucking times. It's my only bit. I think out of all the blue collared guys, I think I liked Ron White the most because
Why are you so stuck on these? Like
I have
for the
been
past
going-
like month.
Well, this is the perfect time to bring it out because it's Larry the fucking Cable Guy with a wig on in this movie killing people. So this is the perfect time to bring it up. But like, I don't know. I went on a blue collared retrospective and realized, you know, even though all those guys' politics and shit are probably the worst possible fucking thing you could ever imagine, still they brought me some joy back in the day, and so they get a little slide.
Anyway. Wow. It's just wow.
Hey, cool! I'm in another movie, killing teenagers. All right.
Teenagers. Why do you say
I
that?
emphasized that. Really
I know. Teenagers.
But no, Ron White was like the fucking, just the drunk dude. He wasn't even that funny. He was just drunk. That was his
So what
bit.
about Bill Engvall? You haven't said anything.
Oh, Bill
about him.
Engvall, we're getting to him, but he's the one with the sign. He was basically a Jeff Foxworthy knockoff, man. He made I about said millions. He made thousands upon thousands of dollars with that fucking here's your sign bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Just calling people stupid. That's all.
Right.
It's
I
kind
mean,
of
it's
what
true.
I do, actually. I think, oh shit.
Anyway, so TP finally finds out that Richie is missing and he goes to look for him. Betsy thinks that she sees something, but shrugs it off. And as TP is looking in the woods, he thinks he sees something and he starts to get scared. Then he gets pulled by the throat with a rope and then hung up in a tree. And it takes 10 fucking years for him to fucking die.
I gotta appreciate though, Madman, his booby trapping skills. This is good.
It was a good booby trap.
Yeah,
It was.
This is awesome.
But then we hear Madman Mars growl and TP's dead. I was about to say Richie. I was like, what is his name? What is his name?
Richie does nothing.
I know.
Richie does nothing but look crazy at the end.
Right.
But like, no, like I you don't see a lot of hangings in fucking slashers very often. Like it seems like not an inventive kill, but this is pretty cool how he does it. But yeah, you don't see a lot of hangings. Like just fucking a dude getting fucking hanged. Like that's fucked up.
Hung.
Hung? Is it hung or hanged?
It's hung.
I thought it was hanged. Is it not hung?
I don't
hanged?
think hanged
Hanged,
is a
hung?
word.
Hanged, hunged. Boy, those are words you say too many times. You get fucked up,
I
don't you?
don't think hanged is a word.
I feel like hanged is a word, but Tony Nunziata, who plays TP and actually sings a few TP, that fucking name. But he also sings a few of the songs on this soundtrack. Who Gary Sayles actually wrote all the tunes you hear in today's movie. But he actually choked himself with a rubber band to get this effect right.
Well, that's fucking dumb.
Like, because if you look at this poor guy when he's hanging, because it's obviously he's on a fucking, but he's probably on one of those harness, obviously.
Yeah.
But he put a rubber band around his neck to get that effect right. And if you look, like he's turning blue and shit, and you're like, God damn, they're really going for this
It's
hanging
not
scene.
worth it.
Like this is the most like realistic looking death in the movie. And it's like, Jesus, this is brutal.
Was it worth it? No.
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
I mean, he got to be the guy hung by Madman Mars.
I keep wanting to say Madman Max.
Madman Max. Mad Max.
I don't know. I don't know the name of this movie. Like,
oh my God.
it just is weird to me.
See, well, that brings up another point. You could have like Mel Gibson play fucking Madman Mars these days.
What does that
That'd be
have to
alright.
do with anything?
I don't know. Never mind. We can't have Mel Gibson in this movie hanging people. That's getting a little touchy.
Where did he come from?
Mad Max.
Oh, okay, okay.
The funny thing is, you've never
didn't know
seen
that.
Mad Max. Why is that a name for you?
I don't know, because the dude's name is Max.
Oh yeah, you're
Like,
getting it
why
all.
are we like
Well,
doing
because
this?
that guy looks like the Madman. He looks like Madman Mars all fucking clean.
See, you almost said it.
Because he looks like it's Madman Mars all cleaned up. Like, that's what Max looks like in
Maybe
this
it
movie.
is.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Imagine if they really did get Vincent Price. That would have been so fucking weird. Just a Vincent Price at the beginning of your movie? That would have been a weirdly deployed Vincent Price. Just, let me tell you children about Madman Mars. It's just, whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
And then it's just scary there, and then the rest is not scary.
It's just
He would have thrown the scare factor off in this movie because it's just fucking scary at the beginning and then nothing. But sorry.
Nothing about this movie is scary.
You didn't find any of this creepy.
Are you serious? Half of this movie is Richie walking around in the forest.
He really does. We feel Richie's pain of walking around. He gets dirtier. Like, they really go the full mile to make Richie look lost.
But
I love how we didn't even really need it to cut back that often, but it cuts to Richie quite a bit.
Like every other scene.
Yeah, like all of a sudden you cut to Richie and he's just wandering around. He's not even saying anything. He's just like,
he's not yelling for anybody.
Did I pass this bush already? I don't know.
I probably would have just curled up and went to sleep.
You know what'd be great? Would be a great fucking slasher movie. Like, started out, it's a slasher, start kind of how this is. They're telling the legend of the story. And then you center on this one guy who you think maybe, oh, cool, they're going for a final guy.
Right.
We're going for a final guy as a final girl. And this is our main character. And then he gets lost in the woods and you're just with him the entire fucking time. You see nothing else.
Well, that sounds about more entertaining than this.
But how great would that be? I would get shot. Like, someone would shoot me if they paid money to see that. Because then he'd, like, go back to the camp and everybody's just dead and the cops are there. Huh. Well, what happened? What happened? Why is that guy wearing a mask? Is that guy dead? What happened? And then credits. Lee Evans film.
His first and only.
Yeah, I would.
Ever.
Just the doors would close audibly for me. Oh, damn, I'm going to do that.
No, you're not.
That's going to be like, if I get up there and stuff, I'm going to do that in the middle of my career just so people think I'm tanking. Remember that fucking weird art film that he brought out? What was that?
Art film. Oh my
He's just wandering around. The dude was eating mushrooms at one point, trying to figure it out.
Eating mushrooms to me. He's just masturbating in the corner.
They didn't even cut to the kills. We saw no kills.
That's terrible. Oh my gosh. So Betsy goes to the other counselors because she's worried that TP has been gone too long, and they shrug her off. So she tells them about the thing that she saw. Mm-hmm. The thing that she saw. Sorry. And finally, Dave agrees to go look for TP as long as she doesn't make up any more stories because he doesn't believe her about the shadowy thing that she saw. And he's like, whatever. Okay, I'm not sending Dave, crazy Dave with the knife.
Dave, go look for him. You never quite know who's really crazy. Dave, fucking stop. Fucking stop. Things are getting a little serious. Can you come down here to our level? Can you stop this?
Can you go find your friend, please?
Hey, cool. I killed that guy who was philosophizing. That's fucked up.
Oh, my goodness.
Are these people about to start an orgy?
Oh, my God.
Brittany's done. Brittany's about to quit, y'all.
I am about to quit.
My Larry the Cable Guy is not passing the my producer status here. Like, I consider you my producer. You kind of keep me reeled in from doing too many stupid things.
Oh, anyway, so Mars ends up getting the axe out of the stump. Someone needs to run him his $100.
Yeah, he definitely like pulls the sword from the stone here, man.
Because they have this axe in the stump, and whoever it was says if you get the axe out, you get $100. And TP was trying to do this earlier.
So is this like Madman Mars' Excalibur? Like, that's kind of cool. Like, they should have had like a really epic, right? He goes up and you think he's not going to be able to get that thing out because you're like, oh, nobody could get it out. And then he pulls it and lightning strikes it and shit like that. And
that's a little too dramatic. And they didn't have the budget for that.
Oh, true.
Anyway, someone needs to give him his $100.
My Larry the Cable Guy would definitely have that.
I would definitely start killing people over $100. So
As of now, I think we would all kill everybody over half a tank of gas.
True. True that.
Hey, man, you got a gas can over there. I'm sorry. I got to kill you. Just take the gas. No, I got to kill you, man.
So Dave is looking for TP, and after a long time, he finds him. So he pulls out his switchblade. It finally comes in handy. That's what that whole scene was about before.
It was
to
just
show
to
that
establish he had a
Dave
knife.
had a knife.
See the genius at work behind Madman. They just established he had a knife and they couldn't do it any other way. You didn't
need to establish that.
We could have just seen him whittling some wood by the fire.
And also, people carry knives in their pockets.
I assume everybody has a knife here because it's camping.
Right.
Isn't that just a rule?
Yeah.
Like a movie rule, everybody who's camping has a knife?
So you didn't need to establish that.
True.
Anyway, so then he starts being chased by Mars, and Mars has the axe, and he's trying to hit him. And after 40 whacks, he finally gets axed.
You're trying to go a Lizzie Borden way here.
Mm-hmm.
But how much more funny would this be if it was Jeff Foxworthy getting murdered?
Oh my God.
Like,
I'm sure there's a lot of people that would like to do that.
Jeff. If you... Oh, damn. Man, did you guys watch that movie where Jeff Foxworthy gets murdered in the middle of his bit? That was fucking cool.
Oh my God, that's weird. You might be a rat.
It's weird that this would work. I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to see these people murdered in awful ways.
Maybe so. Yep. I had really had to think about that for a second. It's not happening.
Damn it. I just feel like I could raise the money to get the whole Blue Collar Comedy Tour together to fucking do this movie.
If you can raise the money and we don't have to spend a dime, there you go. You can do it.
Sweet. You guys got to donate. We're going to make this fucking movie. I'm gonna contact Dan Whitney, see what it'd take to get him in a slasher movie. I don't know.
Can you call your friends too?
I don't know. Or maybe we have Ron White be the killer, because he's even bigger and burlier, just drunk Ron White with an axe walking around with.
That's not safe. That is not safe.
Just clink, clink, clink. You just hear him clinking his ice as he comes up on you.
Oh my God.
And then you have Larry the Cable Guy as the guy who takes him down.
Why would he take down his own friend?
I don't know, but that'd be great though. You just see Dan Whitney come out and we'll have him play it straight. So he just comes out with a shotgun and just get her done. Just blam.
Oh my God.
Hey, cool.
This sounds more like a what is that movie?
Evil Dead?
No.
Because now you're making me think about
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
It really does. But now you're making me think about Larry the Cable Guy and Evil Dead. Larry the Cable Guy with a chainsaw. I power it with my farts.
Oh my
God damn. Larry the Cable, if Larry the Cable Guy's, Dan Whitney's ever listening to this, I don't know why he would, but you hire me. We will get you some movies going, my friend.
Why would he hire you? You want him in your movie?
Because I saw that last No, I'm thinking I could actually help him.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw that last fucking comedy special. Jesus Christ. He was bombing with his own audience.
But he also he's making money.
Oh, that guy's rich as fuck. What do you?
He's
got Disney money. Yeah, he's got Disney money. He's fine. But I think we could really revamp Larry the Cable Guy.
I don't know if you can come back from Disney that way.
Larry the Cable Guy versus Evil?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking...
That's weird.
That'd be good, though. You gotta admit.
That would be funny.
See?
Horror comedy,
See?
right there.
That would be great.
Yep.
He powers it with his fart.
As long as I don't have to see his dick, I'm good.
Ew. No, we're not showing Larry the Cable Guy's dick.
Okay, good. Because we know you like dong.
Yeah, but I'm not going to ask Dan Whitney to show his dong in a movie. I'm already asking enough to have him have a chainsaw hand.
You're remaking. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys laugh, but this is probably like fucking gold that no one's jumping on.
It's not.
It really is.
It's really not.
It really is. Why do I keep trying to make Larry the Cable Guy happen again?
I don't know.
It happened. We were done. The world was done.
I thought we were done.
The world was done.
Oh my god.
Oh, those dudes from Duck Dynasty came and ruined that image.
So you know how like this little bit you have going or whatever just keeps dragging on and on? That's how this movie that we're actually really talking about is.
I'm so sorry, you guys. We'll get back to the film. We'll get back to the film.
It drags though.
Contact me.
It
Contact me
drags.
though. If you want to make this movie.
No.
Haiku.
So Stacy goes to break up some of the counselors having sex because she's a cockblock.
What the fuck, Stacy? You could have came to the fuck party. Like, we could have got Stacy in on the... I thought Stacy was going to be in the fuck party. What's going on?
There may not have been enough room in the tent.
There was a fuck party. I think that's why they waited for that old dude to leave. They didn't want that guy in the fuck party.
No.
He wasn't invited.
No. He's paying them to have the fuck
nobody
party.
needs...
So.
No, ooh,
Not to have the party. That's not what I meant.
He's probably got cameras set up around. That's
Yeah.
Dirty old dude. He's one of those dudes you see who has like the knee pad in the back of his truck, you know?
The knee pad?
Yeah, he's got the knee pads. Ugh.
Oh, gross.
I worked with a swinger one time,
Oh.
and he was like, hey, you see this? I was like, yeah, knee pads. Want to know what I use it for? I don't know, man. Working on your truck? No, I'm a swinger. And I was like, you suck a lot of dick? No, it's not for dick. It's like, why do you need a knee pad? What are you on your knees for? Well, it's not for dick.
Then what is it
But anyway,
for?
that's exactly what this dude looks like, though.
Anyway, Stacy tells them that she needs their help. She then goes to the truck. Why did nobody else go to the truck to begin with? I don't fucking know.
Well, because it's a slasher movie. We wouldn't have had a movie if they all drove away.
That's true. But
Richie would have still been in the woods. They all drive off. It's just Richie's story now. It's just, we cut back to Madman, like wandering through the woods looking for him. They're just both lost in the fucking woods. Madman Mars is, I don't know. He's lost. And it just ends.
Anyway, she gets in the truck and it won't start because this is a horror movie.
You know what trope doesn't need to carry on from these old movies? Is the car not starting. Like we watched,
Yes.
what did we watch? The fucking Empty Man. That dude got in a Chrysler fucking Jeep or something. He got in a nice new 2020 car and that motherfucker wouldn't turn over. I was like, no.
That's not how this
We
works.
need to stop that at this point. Like, what are we still going to have that? Like, we going to have a Tesla not turning on? Oh shit, my Tesla won't turn over.
It doesn't even have a fucking motor.
Yeah, they still put the sound effect.
Does it even have a button? Like, I don't know how Teslas work.
I don't know. We're poor. We don't know those things. But that is not a trope that needs to go on.
No.
We can stop with that.
So the truck only starts when Mars grabs the door handle trying to get in. By the way, this is the slowest motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Why did you need a martial artist for this?
He is so slow.
Because they wrote that like he was like they wrote it like he was fucking doing some fucking blood sport moves. Like John, like he was the muscles from Brussels doing some split kicks at these kids, and nothing's happening.
No.
And I keep calling these people kids. These people are in their like 30s.
Right.
Did they actually establish if these are supposed to be teenagers?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are. I keep calling them teens because that's just what we're used to with these slashers.
No, I don't think these are teens.
I don't think so.
So he's trying to get in the truck and the truck starts, like I said.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Stacy drives into the woods and she gets out of the truck. Dumb, but whatever. And while she's walking around, she finally finds Dave's decapitated body. And then we see his body slowly being dragged away. Well, she runs back to the truck, but it won't start with the Mars power.
Yeah, right? Like Madman Mars has electricity coursing through his blood, so you need him to touch the truck at all times.
Right. But so she gets out and she opens the hood to see what's going on. And then Mars jumps on the hood and decapitates her with the truck. Okay, this was a cool kill.
You gotta admit, yeah,
This
there are,
was a cool
as
kill.
much as we're having fun here, and like these kills are pretty fun. I mean, like I said,
this one.
the effects. I can give this a slide for the effects. It's 1981. What do you really, what do you want him to go back in time? George Lucas, this thing, like fucking the Madman Mars recut. Madman Mars Re-Enhanced Edition. Well, what we really wanted in the original Madman movie was an AT-AT out in the background walking around. And there's a little C-3PO.
What's an AT-AT?
Oh, shit. I don't have time to go into Star Wars with you.
Anyway, so Stacy's dead. Stacy's mom does not have it going on. I don't know where that came from. That just
Oh, fuck.
that music video is better than this movie.
Make a Stacy's mom's got it going on joke, you might be a millennial.
Yes, it's true.
Oh, damn. Didn't Jeff Foxworthy just die? Why am I still doing his voice?
Did he die?
Yeah, he got his head chopped off at the Golden Corral.
Oh, I thought you. Wait, what?
I'm joking. Fucking Brittany was like,
that was a
whoa,
roller coaster.
whoa. Wait, Jeff Foxworthy got killed at a Golden Corral? It's like, yeah, the fat kid drowned him in the fucking chocolate fountain.
No, I didn't think he. I thought that part was a joke, but like, I didn't know if he like really died. People die.
I'm an enigma. Nobody knows when I'm joking or when I'm not.
I'm so confused.
One day I'm going to be dead serious and people are going to take me that way and I'll die.
Like I said, I'm pushing you in the fire and I'm eating your face off.
Sweet.
Anyway, so Ellie and Bill, the people that were fucking in the woods or whatever.
Yeah. The two people that got the fuck. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, they split up to go find everybody. And Ellie sees Mars and she screams. So Bill comes over to help her and he wants to find out what she saw. So they find the truck and they go to get inside, but it won't turn on. So Bill goes to
fucking truck, man.
I know. So Bill goes to look under the hood and he finds Stacy's head. But where did the body go?
I don't want to know, man. Madman Mars has been asleep for a while.
He's been asleep.
Yeah,
Oh, we think he's eating them.
Oh, no.
What?
Not Stacy's body.
Ew. That's not what I was just thinking he was eating them.
It's because your mind didn't go to necrophilia like mine did for some reason. I'm fucked up, y'all. Larry the Cable Guy and necrophilia jokes is what you're getting tonight for some reason. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Anyway, but he gets in the truck. Or no, that's not what I meant to say. Start over. But yeah, he finally gets the truck to start, and before he can get going, Mars grabs him through the window.
Man.
And the truck keeps moving at 1 mile an hour.
I love this. This is some fucking Oscar-winning acting.
And then hits a tree at 1 mile an hour.
And she fucking...
Nope. I am talking. But Ellie falls out of the truck at a whopping 5 miles an hour.
Dude.
She throws herself out of this fucking truck.
Physics takes a backseat with this movie for a second.
And she is hurt. She has hurt her leg.
Yeah,
I don't understand. I've been pushed harder than this.
I know. She's really giving it her all. This actress is really giving it her all in this scene.
And remember,
like so much so, I'm pretty sure Madman Mars stopped for a second. I was like, really?
right? You remember a couple weeks ago when you were watching this, and this is the only scene I saw.
It is the one scene
and
Brittany
I was
walked
like,
in on.
What the fuck was that?
What is that shit?
What?
That was a performance. That was acting.
Was it? That looked like our 5-year-olds.
Man, that's what you call we can't afford stunt people and we can't afford anybody to get hurt. So you're going to have to act the hell out of this.
They could have at least pretended that the truck was going a little bit faster.
No, well, what you're asking them to do is speed up the film, and that's going to make it look like a Benny Hill thing.
That's true.
Like it's going to look like a Three Stooges sketch, and we
it
don't
already
need
does. It already does. Anyway, so then she sees Mars, and he's holding Bill in the air above his head, and he like cracks his spine.
This part I always like I always remembered. I thought he ripped this dude in half.
No, I think he just cracked his
He does,
spine.
and you barely see him cracking it, so it just kind of looks like he's holding him up, and he dies from the fright.
Right.
But I always thought he ripped him in half for some reason. I always misremember this, if that's a fucking word. But
Well, your memory is wrong.
I know it's very wrong. I think I'm confusing this with Hatchet again. Like I think Hatchet owes a lot to this. Adam Green should really like talk up Madman because I think he owes a lot to this fucking movie. Because even the design of Hatchet looks like Madman Mars if you look at it the right way.
Did we watch that movie?
I think you watched bits and pieces with me. I think you watched Victor Crowley, which is like the well, it's not a prequel, but it's a sequel. I think. Fuck. But
I don't remember.
But Victor Crowley, the one where he shoves his hand up Felissa Rose's pussy and comes out her mouth.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Great kill. Great
Great
kill in
kill,
those
yep.
Hatchet movies. Great kills.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so then we see Bill's body being dragged away. Because Madman Mars, he's got an agenda with these bodies, and I wasn't thinking necrophilia the whole time.
Well, I was joking. I don't think he's really fucking them. I don't really know what he's doing. He's just like, we'll get to it, but he's hanging them up in a cellar.
I don't know.
And to do what? I don't know. Max didn't tell us the rest of the fucking legend here. We needed more.
No.
Like, does he do things with them? Like, what's
happening?
It's like, I don't fucking know. Maybe he hangs them somewhere.
They're like trophies or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like Madman Mars is saving them for later. Like, he has no, you know, maybe he does have
Maybe
an
he's
agenda.
hungry.
He needs an audience to do his comedy, too.
Oh my God, yes.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
You might be a redneck if you ain't got no head. Because you got blood on your neck. Anyway,
Jesus,
sorry.
Now you're doing it.
I'm sorry.
Hey, cool.
Anyway.
Oh, fuck me. Moving on.
So Richie is still lost in the woods. So he thinks, you know what?
Oh
I'll
my
just
God.
go back to the house. So he goes back to the house and he sees something that, and he has this stank face for like 5 whole minutes.
This is not the face of a shocked man. This is
No, it's
somebody. This
not.
is somebody who walked into the bathroom after the giant dude got done on an airplane, and it's just like, ugh.
Yes.
Oh fuck, that smells. Oh ew. like he was not acting it up. But if
They should have got Ellie to play that part.
exactly, if you watch closely though, like this was just a closet. Like that they shot in. It's not a cellar. It's not a basement or anything. So if you watch closely, he has to mime going downstairs. Like, he has to act like he's coming down some stairs.
Oh my! They couldn't find some stairs to watch him film him going down.
Continuity. I don't know.
What? Continuity? There ain't no continuity in this fucking movie.
I don't know, but stank face, man. Stank face. is
Steak
weird.
face, hardcore.
I want this as a T-shirt with no like titles or no words or
Just
anything.
his
I just want
face.
Richie's face.
I bet we could make one of those.
We could. That would be great. We'd probably get sued. That's we have not gotten sued by anybody in the horror community. But we would get sued for that.
You think so?
I just feel it. I feel it.
Feel it. But now I want one.
Well, that's like and you guys like I'm not saying anything, but we had a T Public store. We still do. If you guys can find, I don't know. I don't push those shirts much anymore. They're too expensive for what I don't like to sell those. But we had a T Public. We have a T Public shirt, and we had a shirt on there that was a Texas Chainsaw Massacre design I made, where it was just Texas with the saw blade coming up the top.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, they ripped my design off and used it for that new Texas Chainsaw movie.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I'd
don't
have to
know.
look and
Either
see.
way, I'm going to say they did and just make myself feel good.
Okay. Okay.
I contribute.
did.
I don't know if I want to contribute to that movie. Sweet Jesus. Anyway.
So Ellie goes back to camp freaking out and she's looking for Betsy. But Betsy's busy. You know, she has 5 campers to tend to and it's got to take some time, okay?
Well, it's a lot of work making sure these 5 kids don't, wander into the fuck zone.
Into the bugs.
Now,
These kids are not doing anything.
Now, little Timmy, you guys make sure you stay here because there's going to be a lot of fluid spray anywhere. I won't say what it is, but you got to stay out of our cabin. Stay away. If you hear some moans or screams,
It's
don't worry
okay.
about it. Because the kids never come out to investigate.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Their friend Richie's gone forever, and they don't even say shit. They're like, whatever. He's by himself.
Richie's fucking off jerking it.
Right.
Richie's
At
not
the
allowed.
orgy.
Yeah. That's what Richie's problem is, because he can't find the orgy, and then he gets back there in snake face. It's like, oh, everybody's dead? What the fuck? I didn't know we were getting this hardcore. I would have brought some chains.
So Ellie ends up running into Mars, and she goes to run away from him, and she hides in a fridge. Okay.
Not my first hiding spot.
No, because you're leaving everything behind, because she has to take everything out of the fridge to get into the
I
fridge.
love that. I love that the
Nobody's
fridge was
gonna
her
know.
first thought.
Nobody's gonna know why I'm here, even
Go
though I
out the
just
back
took
door.
everything. Right.
Just take a run for it. I know you're limping a little, like because
A little.
you tripped.
You pulled your
But also,
leg muscle.
fine. You want to hide in the fridge because as we find out, Madman Mars is a master of fucking stealth. Even though he's this big motherfucker. But like, I love how she's in this fucking fridge. And fine, you want to hide in the fridge, great, but you got to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Because the whole time she's like, ooh.
This is so funny. And you know
Uh-huh.
what? They were probably like, okay, where is she going to hide?
Yeah.
Okay, in this fridge. This fridge is only so big. And so they were like, okay, you're going to have to play Ellie because you're the smallest one. You're the smallest chick here.
I think
You're going to have to play
and
Ellie.
it might have been Ellie, the lady who plays Ellie was part of the costume crew. Like I think she did the costumes and stuff because one of the actresses dropped out. And so
That explains
Yeah.
all of this. Why didn't you say this from the beginning when the truck was going 1 mile an hour?
I was saving it. I wanted her big performance to be really built up. Like I think
Oh my god.
oh, let's give these people a break, really. We're having a lot of fun, but they worked hard on this movie. We're not. They're fine.
Worked hard.
Hey, cool.
That's the thing that you said.
Worked hard. They did. They made a movie. It's beloved.
Anyway, so when she thinks the coast is clear 4 seconds later, she goes to get out of the fridge and tries to get away, but ends up getting axed.
I love it because she's walking around and you think maybe she's going to get away, but he's been waiting around the corner.
Because
It's so good.
she only waited in the
It's
fridge
so
for 4
good.
seconds.
It's so good. Like, give it at least 30
hour.
minutes or an hour. I'm sitting in there until someone comes to get me.
Right.
I might suffocate in this fridge, but I'm not coming out.
I'm not leaving.
I can wait just as long as you can, Madman Mars.
Right. What? 4 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, she waits like a total of 4 whopping seconds and then comes out.
Okay,
And
the
you gotta
coast is
wonder if
clear.
like Madman Mars is like, Jesus, this is way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Too easy.
What was I doing in a tree earlier? I could just walk out and kill these motherfuckers. This is not hard at all.
So Betsy comes out of the cabin and she goes to this like the cabin that has the kitchen in it, like the common area.
Yeah.
But she doesn't go inside. I needed to elaborate this a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, so she doesn't go inside, but she sees blood from the window. She's looking in the window and sees blood everywhere.
Yeah.
So she goes to the office and she calls Max and tells him that she saw blood everywhere, something's going on, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Then she grabs a shotgun and the shells and she goes back to that common area cabin. Again, does not fucking go inside, which I guess I understand now because she saw the blood in the first place. But like, why didn't she go in the first place? Like,
Well, maybe the killer's still in there is what I might have thought.
no, I know what she did in the second time, but the first time she didn't know there was a killer in there.
No? Okay.
So why did she look in the window in the first? I don't fucking know. This is all a setup for this right here. As she approaches the window,
This is a mean move that they do.
as she approaches the window, Ellie pops up and Betsy just fucking blows her
She
away.
fucking shoots her own friend. Again, we need a cut to Madman Mars of him just being like, whoa. She just shot her. I didn't even have to really fully kill that person. These people are stupid. This one guy's just wandering around. I left him alive so he'll find somebody and tell the legend. But
Gotta keep the legend going.
this lady fell out of a truck going 1 mile an hour. She could have just ran, twisted her ankle, hid in a fridge, and waited 4 fucking seconds. Then came out, and I just walked out and whopped her with a hatchet. And then, as I was going to get another hatchet to do something really cool, then her friend shoots her with a shotgun.
What the fuck is this movie? Oh my god.
It's Madman Ma's genius plan.
Oh yeah, genius. That's the word to describe this movie.
So sorry.
It's not.
Fuck.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
So Betsy then gathers the campers, all 5 of them.
And you also gotta wonder, did they need this big of a bus for 5 kids?
Right. Yes, they do, because they have 17 fucking counselors. So yeah, they do.
Did we hear anything? Did anything get said like there was more campers on the way or something? Like, is it really just 5 kids?
She said 5 kids.
Because in reality, this is the only parents that would let their kids inside the slasher movie.
Right.
This is the only people. They only got 5 people to let them use kids, and it's probably family members of everybody here.
Right.
Like, shit, we only got 5 kids for this camping thing. God damn it.
17 fucking counselors. Not that many, but a lot.
Well, and then you do it. Maybe it does make sense. Maybe because of the fact that Madman Mars is said to walk the woods and stalk people. Perhaps that's why nobody's sending their campers out to the haunted woods. Maybe we're looking at this too wrong.
Maybe the other kids are in school because it's actually fall and not summertime.
These kids are not loved by their parents, is what it is. Like, God damn it, I'm tired of this fucking kid. What a camping trip in the haunted woods? Oh, fuck yeah. We're sending
there.
Timmy. We're sending Timmy, and we're going to have a fuck party here.
Timmy called me a bitch one too many times.
That little motherfucker. Timmy's fucking stepdad.
It's true. Anyway. So she goes to the bus. And as they're driving away, the bus stops. And Mars is trying to get inside. Why the bus stops, I don't know. I'm so fucking confused by this scene.
And we saw him bust a window. Why is he having a hard time with this door?
Right. Like, what?
Hey, Madman Mars has really met his match with this bus door.
Right.
I don't know. That's the funny part about movies like this too. Like when you get to like bus doors, it's like the bus door is made out of some kind of fucking impenetrable force. Like I don't know if you guys ever been around one of these buses, but you can literally rip that door right off.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not hard. It's
You
not
could just
fucking hard.
push it.
We had a kid, because we had a bus that was this old when I was going to school. We had a kid tumble and just kind of a fat kid took this door down. A fat kid fell into the door and it popped off its hinges.
I rode buses that didn't have doors.
Yeah, they got fucked up.
Right. They're like, we don't need a
But
door.
no, big old mountain man, Madman Mars, who we saw lift a man and crack his spine. He can't get this door open.
And she's like hitting him with a broom or something. What the fuck?
What was this? Was this like a tire thumper or something?
I don't know what it was.
I don't know, but he has met his match with this door.
Oh, so Betsy gets off the bus and chases Mars to his house. Well, she doesn't chase him. She goes to his house.
They should have had her like accidentally hit one of her other friends.
The kids?
Like it's one of the kids' arm through the door. Ow! Get away from me, psycho. She finds another gun and wastes the bullets on another person. I'm really bad at this.
So she goes inside and she's looking around when Mars comes out with an axe and she knocks it out of his hands and he slaps the fuck out of her and cuts her face open.
I will say when I first saw that, I did not see Madman Mars bitch smacking somebody.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, okay?
This fucking killed me with laughter. I don't know why it was so funny, because you don't really see like Jason never fucking bitch smacks anyone. He punches a guy's head off in one of those sequels, but he never like just palm open smacks someone in the face.
What are you supposed to do when you're
I don't know.
de-weaponized?
Man. That's good shit, though. That's good shit.
So he drags her to the basement and he hooks her. He made her a hooker. What the I don't know.
Holy shit.
And she just has this knife out of nowhere and she stabs him in the shoulder. And
why didn't anyone set up her knife?
Right.
Why didn't we get a scene with her establishing that she had a knife?
I don't know. Well, this makes him knock over a candle and the whole place is on fire now.
Madman Mars gets done in by a candle.
Right? What the?
What an anticlimactic end to your slasher.
The killer dies
The
via
final
fire.
girl dies on a hook and fucking your slasher gets killed by fire.
In his own house.
In his own fucking house, man. That is... He did not foresee being done in. He the whole time he's having such a great time and an easy time. It's a breeze killing all these people. They're killing each other. It's so easy for him. And then he knocks over a candle. He's like, "Why was that lit?
Right.
Jesus!"
And how was it lit? Like he blew it out
the
earlier.
candles out.
Yeah, or he didn't blow it out. He put it out with his hand. Why didn't he put this fire out with his hand?
I don't know. But now that I'm thinking about this big old burly dude lighting these little candles, that's hilarious.
Oh my
Jesus.
goodness.
Oh Jesus.
So Max is driving to the camp when he finds Richie in the street, and Richie is just in shock. And he says, "Madman Mars is real." And then we get this really cool song with a montage in tribute to Madman Mars.
Lord of the campfire, telling of his horror. She's a fucking song.
Why do you know
guys,
all the words?
You guys, this song slaps so fucking hard. I want this to be my ringtone. Which, by the way, John Brennan and Joe Bob did a rendition of this. Joe Bob sang the lyrics.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's so fucking good. But now this was supposed to be kind of a setup to a sequel here at the end, but we never got it. No, we never got a sequel. Supposedly it would have had Richie being blamed for the murders and Madman Mars would begin his terror again. And I got to say, that could have went one or two ways. Were we going to have a courtroom drama as the sequel to this?
Yes.
Oh, shit. We could still make that sequel. Y'all, we could still make Madman Mars 2. We could have Larry the Cable Guy hunting him down.
I knew you were going there. No.
To kill a big burly mountain man, we got to get a big burly mountain man. Hey, cool. I eat nothing but pizza. Brittany's done. Brittany's fucking done. I think I'm going to have to retire Larry the Cable Guy for at least like 1 or 2 episodes. What is happening? Why is Larry the Cable Guy like a special guest on these fucking shows?
That's what I was asking you.
What's happening? I got to contact Dan Whitney and just interview him. I could imagine how that would go. This is a horror movie podcast, but why do you want to interview me?
Right.
Oh, the listeners know. But anyway, now Madman went into distribution limbo for most of the 1981. Actually, in 1980 while it was being filmed, they had to pause filming because that's around the same time John Lennon got murdered. So they paused out of respect. I mean, because John Lennon got murdered.
Okay, but why out of respect? Why do they care?
Well, they're making a violent movie. Everybody might not wanted. Madman Mars was a big John Lennon fan.
Okay.
We had to take a break so he could mourn.
I'm so confused.
And they say if you listen on a cold night like this, you can hear John Lennon playing in the middle of the forest because Madman Mars is a big fan.
Oh, what is this life?
Imagine there's no heaven. Oh, but anyway, Anyway, they finally got acquired by Jensen Farley Pictures in 1982, and it was finally screened in Wilmington, Delaware, and Detroit, Michigan, having its big premiere in New York City, January 7th, 1983. Of course, it wasn't a blockbuster by any means necessary, but it did become a hit with the drive-in circuit, grossing $1.35 million against its $350,000 budget.
Wow.
That's huge.
Yes.
1983 money too, if you think about that. That's massive.
That is sickening.
Brittany's appalled.
I am appalled.
Brittany's appalled.
Did nobody watch this movie?
No, everybody apparently watched it.
What the fuck?
But I will say, like, this is a perfect drive-in movie. It's not too dark for the drive-in screen, so you can see everything that's going on, because those of you who are running drive-ins need to stop showing dark movies.
Yes.
It's fucking stupid.
I do agree with that.
Like, they showed like Transformers at our drive-in one time. I went and saw it. It was the worst fucking thing to see on a drive-in screen because I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. Was that a robot?
No.
Was that a dick? Was that Shia LaBeouf? I don't know the difference. But it does go to show you that you don't have to create fine art to be successful, and sometimes all you need is just have a good time making a movie. Because we'll say what you want to say about Madman's quality or its story or whatever. It's a good time. Everybody had a good time. You can tell everybody cared about what they were doing. Everybody knew what they were doing, except for Ellie jumps out of the truck. She was going for gold there, but and I gotta say, cinematography, and saying that word on an episode like this, cinematography is not something I usually praise in a slasher movie because it's usually just kind of cut and dry. But except for like Halloween, you go back and look at Cundy's work on Halloween and stuff like that. That's a little different. But this is actually well shot. I will say there's edited is a little rough, but the shots are really they're nice, man. I enjoy some of these shots, like especially like during the more suspenseful scenes when Betsy's walking around with the shotgun,
Yeah, for 10 fucking years.
She shoots her friend. Jesus. God damn.
There's a lot of people walking, just wandering.
I mean, Richie is a main wanderer of this movie. Yes. But it's well shot. It's great. And I actually, I don't know. Okay. And we'll get to it because something that I said earlier when Brittany finished watching this and finished her notes on everything, something I said really got to, I think it almost made you throw up because I was like, everyone's going to murder me. But as far as slashers go, that came out around 1981, I get more enjoyment out of this one than I do the original Friday the 13th. And I'll tell you why. And it's the same reason I get a lot of enjoyment out of those Friday the 13th sequels than I do that first movie. Even though the first movie is a groundbreaking, it's great. It really like brought the slasher into, the mainstream. But like, I gotta say, like the fact that like the killer is hidden through the entire movie ruins that movie for rewatchability for me.
This movie doesn't do that.
No, this movie is fun. And it's something I can toss on and just have a good time because I'm not having to.
You don't have to watch it because half of it is people walking around doing nothing.
Oh my God, we are getting to Brittany's feelings so far. But I do. I enjoy this better than the first Friday the 13th. I don't know why. I can't, I can watch this more than once, But of course, like most movies on our show, this has gone on to have an even bigger following as a cult film. This is huge. And I'll say it got even bigger because I'll admit I never heard about this movie prior to the last drive-in. This was one of the movies that like, I was like, what is this? This is cool. And then that fucking theme song starts and I'm like, oh, Jason never had a theme song like this. All right. This is cool as shit. We never had a folk song in a Friday the 13th movie.
Oh my God.
Dude, you could take the song and make a pretty badass metal song out of it, dude. This would be so good. But we'll have that. We'll have that in the remake I'm doing with Larry the Cable Guy. Larry the Cable Guy is Madman. You ever cut a teenager in half so hard your back cracks? But anyway, but it goes to show you how important that show is getting some of these less celebrated films seen. I really.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah.
I think The Last Drive-In on Shudder has really done a really good job at having some of these more underappreciated movies, like this, especially the stuff from like the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people haven't heard half of the shit that he shows on there, and I find it fucking stupendous because I was really worried that we're just going to be, showing another Friday the 13th sequel or a Nightmare on Elm Street or all the ones that everybody talks about. I really enjoy that he shows stuff that a lot of people hadn't heard of.
And I like that they don't tell anybody ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly. So it's always a surprise,
Yeah.
We got Gator Bait. Gator Bait of all movies. It's just great. I really appreciate the show for what they do.
Yeah.
But enough about me. And like I said, Madman is a perfect party movie. It's a perfect communal movie. You can all have fun.
Only if you're inebriated.
Brittany's like, I see. You have to be fucked up to watch this movie. But let's get to it. Let's get to it. Enough about me. What did you think about Madman from 1981?
I would have rather watched The Thing.
Oh, God damn. I mean, okay. If you're comparing The Thing to this,
I understand.
I'll give that to you.
I guess I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I'll
compared,
totally
but
give that to you.
This movie is boring.
Did you really find it that boring?
Everybody, you already know who's going to fucking die. It's the next person that goes out in the woods.
Well, a lot of critics complained about that very thing because this is kind of predictable.
Very predictable.
Yeah, that was one of the problems that and I will say with Friday the 13th, if you've never seen it, it's unpredictable, so that's where it has a thing over. But my really basis was rewatchability for which one I enjoyed better.
This is not, I'm not watching this again. I don't know why anybody else would, but it was boring. Half of it was just people walking around.
There is a lot of walking in this movie.
There's just a lot of nothing.
We even see Madman Mars walking a lot.
Just a lot of it.
I mean, what'd you want? Did you want him on a scooter?
No.
Oh
I don't
my
want
God.
a scooter, but
oh my God, he's just scooting around the forest.
And why were they trying to make a storyline, but then they just kill off the people they're making a storyline about? Which I understand kind of, but
I was like, what?
They're trying to make
It's a
this
slasher movie.
love story between Betsy and TP and
oh yeah,
but it doesn't go
okay, I get
anywhere.
what you're talking about. That's what I said. There's a lot of stuff in this that you don't really need.
Yeah.
But you gotta have because
Yeah, you gotta have because half the movie is them fucking walking around. So you gotta have something.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna make a whole movie from the point of view of a guy lost in the woods during a slasher film.
People are gonna sleep during it. And they're gonna know what happened because
you laugh. We're making fun of this idea, but I bet if I actually did that, there would be critics praising it for its ingeniousness.
Oh my God!
It's really a look at the problems that are inherent with slasher films. It's actually poking fun at the slasher genre in general. It's genius, and I'm just like, nah, man, I did this as a joke. This was to make fun of everybody. This was mean. I just wanted to see how many people would pay to see this movie.
What is the trailer gonna be?
It's gonna make it look like it's.
It's a trailer that's where you spend all your money is at the trailer. It has nothing to do with the movie.
The trailer's just 2 seconds of the killer getting ready, and you're like, "Oh man, that guy's gonna do some shit in that movie." It just shows him strapping a chainsaw on, getting a machete, getting a glove with knives on. You're like, dude, that guy's gonna kill a lot of people.
And nothing happens.
Nothing. Just a dude lost in the woods for an hour and a half.
Oh, you're gonna have people
man.
walking out.
That would be great. That would be my ultimate joke on fucking people because I guarantee to you there'd be critics praising it for its fucking for its thinking outside the box because these fucking assholes don't know a good movie whether it bit them in the face.
Oh my God.
Oh, but anyway, so you didn't enjoy a slasher. I never thought I'd see the day. I really never thought I'd see the day. I don't think we've ran across a slasher you've not liked.
It's boring.
Yeah.
It was very
I was very surprised. I mean, I see what's wrong, I see your issues with it. Like your issues make complete sense.
Like,
I'm not attacking you.
It like goes like right there and then it falls off. Everything goes right there and then it falls off. Just like men when they're trying to give you an orgasm, it gets right there
right now
and then they quit.
Nah, I don't quit. I don't quit.
That's why I married you.
Oh, it didn't make sense. That makes sense.
I'm not marrying this movie.
I actually think, actually sitting here talking about it, I think my Larry the Cable Guy remake actually sounds better.
Yeah.
It actually sounds even better. Oh, Jesus. Oh, maybe you guys shouldn't let me make movies. I'm going to be the ball of slasher
That's
movies.
why I'm co-producing, okay?
Oh, true. Oh, but anyway, that's Madman from 1981. We had a really good time on this episode. I had a good time. But next week, we're going to watch a movie I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy this movie. It's the last movie of the month. I can't believe it's already almost the end of the month. That's insane. This has been flying by, which is great because, next month is Trauma Month.
Oh, I like Trauma Month.
Yeah, we're getting into Trauma Month. What we're going to stick to is trauma horror movies that fly under the Trauma banner. So we're getting into more of their horror selection. Okay. And one indie movie that I think I really love this movie, and so I had to make an episode out of it. But anyway, next week we are watching Stuart Gordon's Reanimator with Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, that's
Barbara Crampton. No, I think you're really gonna enjoy this movie.
And it's not about a robot.
No. This is not you. Every time I say that, you're like, the robot movie? No, that's Terminator. No, that's Terminator.
But does Reanimator not sound like? It
sounds like
a
Reanimation.
robot?
It sounds like a zombie movie.
No, it sounds
Reanimator? You're reanimating something?
Anyway.
You're just hearing the and thinking Terminator.
No. It sounds like a robot to me.
There won't be any Arnold in this next movie.
Good.
Why does my Arnold sucks? It sounds like a Muppet.
It does sound like a Muppet. You're right.
God damn it. But anyway, I'm Lee Evans. Saying stay spooky.
And I'm Brittany. Stay horrific.
And I'm Larry the Cable Guy. Then hey, go.
Shut the fuck up.
Bye-bye. Thanks for listening. To get a hold of us and submit your stories, fan mail, and death threats, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and nightofthehorrorfile.com. Our theme song was written and performed by John Brennan, used with permission. Find John at shopjb.bandcamp.com and at badtechno.com. If you like what you hear, leave a good review wherever you listen to podcasts, and share the show on your social media. See you next week.